What's up, YouTube? This is Devilosa from Devilosa Reviews. I wanted to try something a bit new as I continue the road to completing college. The Fancast Mini idea came from when I planned to include Silver Surfer into the Fantastic Four video. Check it out in the card or in the description down below. Now on to the video. Also, credit to the fan art will be throughout the video and in the description down below.
Virals, hear me! I belong to no one! Not Galactus, not you! I am a free man!
A character that's been integral to some Fantastic Four storylines, as well as his own adventures, Norrin Radd is from the planet zenn-la, a long-lived and technologically advanced humanoid utopia that is devoid of crime, disease, hunger, poverty, and inequality of any kind. Zenn-la benefited all and forgot no one, but the lack of struggle and adventure left those like Norrin a lust for wonder. One uneventful day would come to change Norrin's life forever as the planet eater Galactus approached to zenn-la with the intention to satisfy his hunger. Norrin met with Galactus and offered a proposal that he could be Galactus's herald, and he would help him find planets to consume if Galactus would spare zenn-la. Galactus agreed to these terms and transformed Norrin into the Silver Surfer, which would allow him to travel in space with no problems and with great speed. For many, many years, the Silver Surfer would find planets that are full of energy but devoid of life. This became more and more difficult to the point where Galactus would manipulate Silver Surfer's mind so that he would lack empathy, so that Galactus could freely devour worlds without retaliation from Norrin. One day, the Silver Surfer got his attention towards Earth, and he signaled Galactus to arrive to that planet. While the Fantastic Four were dealing with Galactus, Ben's girlfriend at the time, Alicia Masters, was able to break the hold Galactus had on Silver Surfer by pleading with him to spare humanity, stirring up those long dormant emotions all those years ago. Silver Surfer assisted the Fantastic Four, using the powers that Galactus gave him against him. Upon defeat, Galactus spared Earth, but not without creating an invisible barrier around the planet that would only prevent the Silver Surfer from leaving its atmosphere. During his time on Earth, he's wandered around to understand the people. He's made friends and enemies along the way. During a period of time, his view on humanity was pessimistic, as they would only survive and evolve if the planet was united against a common foe. After getting in a skirmish, which ended with Reed humbling the Silver Surfer from the errors of his ways, he was able to resume his peaceful wanderings. He became part of the original Defenders with Namor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange. And he does get out of his exile by Galactus on Earth after being stuck on it for 10 years. That's a story for another day. The Silver Surfer would have moments of being in his humanoid self as Norrin Radd, but for a good portion as the Silver Surfer will most likely require CGI. There's a few names I'd like to shout out. Raymond Farron is definitely the smallest name in this bunch, but that doesn't mean he can't fit the bill. He's best known for his role as Nathan Harding on Coronation Street, as well as voicing as Firenze and Fawkes in the Harry Potter franchise, as well as his narration for his Dark Materials. He also has years of experience under the Royal Shakespeare Company, which I believe that combination of these elements will give Norrin that otherworldly ambiance as a way to distinguish himself from the other Marvel heroes. Something that Thor used to have, but that's a different conversation. Keith David is one of those no-duh kind of suggestions. That signature deep voice has been a part of a lot of many classic cartoons and video games. My personal introduction to him was Keith the Handyman in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on pre-recorded tapes when I was a little devil. He also played a big part as Elroy in the 6th season of Community. The main reason I'm low on Keith is because I'm personally not an advocate of multiple roles, and I like to keep him as Mr. Bones in DC as he was in Stargirl. However, outside of that, Silver Surfer gives him a lot to work with. Now, Rami Malek is a name to consider given that he finds himself in these kinds of conversations, as he has been characters that deals with inner demons, such as his roles as his Emmy performance Elliot Anderson in Mr. Robot, and his Oscar performance as the late Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, not to mention the good amount of voice acting experience he has. My thing about him is that Rami has a lot of talent in physical acting, the nuances, and just sometimes going down to eye work. I personally don't think it's fair on him to strictly limit down on what mostly is going to rely on his voice. Now for this last pick, his name has been circulating around for a character in the MCU for a while, and for a character like the Silver Surfer, this is the kind of character that was made for Keanu Reeves. Silver Surfer has been around for a long time. He's made a lot of decisions that could have some lasting effects. He's got a lot going on in his mind, yet he physically looks calm. That pretty much defines Keanu. He's able to go through a zen-la kind of state, particularly in his iconic roles like Neo and John Wick. Now, given that the Silver Surfer would mostly require CGI, it comes down to the voice. Keanu has that monotone voice that I imagined the Silver Surfer to have. He's got experience voicing characters like Duke Kaboom and Batman in Toy Story 4 and Super Pets respectively. He's able to give inflections while still remaining in that stasis. Keanu would have opportunities outside of the Silver Surfer when there's moments as Norrin Radd. Keanu plays a Dr. Well in the Netflix original To the Bone, which also stars Lily Collins, which would help highlight the scientist aspect of Norrin, that longing drive to find a sense of adventure from Bill and Ted, and his ability to negotiate with Galactus with regards to John Wick. Keanu would work really well as the Silver Surfer. Also, a shout out to Johnny Utah. And that concludes the Fancast Mini for Silver Surfer. Let me know in the comments down below on what you think about this list, anything you agree with, anything I've changed your mind on, anything that you completely disagree with. I'd like to know your personal fancast in the description down below. Also, let me know what other fancasts you would like to see out of me. Also, thank you to Unity Reviews and Analysis for helping out with this video. Link to his channel in the description down below. If you like reviews and opinions on movies, comics, TV shows, and video games, you can subscribe to this channel, Red Devilosa Reviews, for more of that content. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.